First, in countries not too far from here, Christians and other peoples are suffering a genocide. Groups met in Washington, D.C. to discuss the crisis and personally call on lawmakers to do more. Abigail Robertson has the story.
The greatest humanitarian crisis of our era is unfolding in the Middle East, with thousands of Christian populations facing genocide.
The video depicts ISIS gunmen shooting the Christians in a desert area. It also shows ISIS killers beheading other Christians on a beach.
My daughter has nightmares and screams in the middle of the night. They're coming to kill us.
And some of the world's oldest Christian artifacts and churches ruthlessly destroyed.
The terrorists tried to erase Malula's Christian heritage by shooting up icons. They used knives to desecrate a depiction of the Last Supper.
A group called In Defense of Christians organized 3 days of events in Washington, aimed not only at getting lawmakers to address this issue, but also to discuss how American believers can get involved.
The sad reality is we're seeing things actually get worse. In Iraq, in Syria, and even in Lebanon, we're seeing increasing challenges facing our communities there. So I think we've yet to turn the corner and yet to kind of sort of witness any of the progress that we'd like to see.
Leaders from In Defense of Christians say one of the greatest hopes for ending Christian persecution in the Middle East is by bringing awareness to evangelical Americans who can advocate for their brothers and sisters around the world.
What the Middle East Christian diaspora are very often saying is once this issue ends up in the hands of American evangelicals, that will be the thing that changes the issue and saves Christianity in the Middle East.
Duran suggested American churches can help by adopting a refugee family, sponsoring trips to safer parts of the Middle East, and lobbying elected officials to create safe havens for those suffering.
Engaging in advocacy, calling their members of Congress, calling their elected representatives, telling them that they care about the Christians of the Middle East. I think the leaders from the evangelical community taking site visits all around the Middle East, going to refugee camps, going to IDP camps, telling the Christians that they care, showing them that they care, and then figuring out humanitarian and political solutions to the problems that they face.
IDC and other groups believe that if enough congressmen fight the issue, the administration will be pushed to get involved too. Reporting from Washington, Abigail Robertson, CBN News.
Please continue to pray for Christians and other groups suffering genocide in the Middle East.